Hi everyone, it's the Christos here again. Welcome to our channel if this is your first time. And on this channel, we talk about family, faith, finance, and fun. And today we're going to be talking about an amazing topic that we are sure is going to bless you and is going to be relevant to you. We'll be talking about family work life balance. Of course, you know how our generation is getting busier by the day. As a matter of fact, things are going to get busier, whether on an individual level or based on the fact that our dispensation is bringing in so many um, technologies and advancements that is making our lives much busier. So, of course, the older you grow, responsibilities increase, and of course, with responsibilities come time restraint, right? So, we're going to be talking about work life and family balance. Okay, how to navigate through all of this and still not be stressed and frustrated and the likes. So to take us further is the one and only Mrs. Christos. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the balance in work life and family. You know, when the family is failing, everybody give the blame and quotes to the woman. They say, yeah, this woman is not building her home. Even the Bible says the woman that will build her home, right? So we have to get the balance so that we don't just stay in the house and not making parts outside. We also making parts outside and also ensure that the home is actually in good condition. So how do we get this balance? So we're going to talk about just 4 points. So we're going to start with, first of all, having a supportive spouse. Your okay, let me talk to the women first. Your husband should be a supportive man.
Mm-hmm.
You should ensure that this man is not insecure, because maybe he's thinking this lady, she's the only one people know, she's influential, what, she's leading people outside, then she will have to come back and stay at home and take care of the children and all of that. But if you have a man that is supporting you, is happy, is proud that yes, that's my wife, he's proud that yes, my wife is achieving that and achieving this, all of this, if you get a supportive man, it will be easier for you, like you've solved half of your problem already.
Mm-hmm.
Because anything you want to do, he's not in support. Anything you want to do, he's saying no, and you have to submit to him, because that's what the Bible says too. So you need to submit to him, so that the house itself will have a balance, not that you're having misunderstanding at home and you're going to go and lead outside. Do you get? So that means the house is crashing and you are excelling outside, and that's actually not a balance. So we need to have a balance. And first of all, it starts from you making decision. That's before you get married. You
Mm-hmm.
decide on, this is what I'll do. You talk about it with your spouse, talk about it, this is what I want to achieve in life. If he's okay with it, fine. If he's a secured man, very good, we are good to go and all of that. So you ensure that yes, this man will be happy when I achieve this and achieve this. Not the man that will be angry, is feeling my wife is not even, my wife is doing this, my wife is doing it. That means she's not going to respect me now that she can go abroad anytime, she can fly business class anytime. I can't even talk to her. No, just get a secured man, and that's all. I think.
Yeah, and let me also talk to the men. You see, gone are the days when we have those kind of archaic thoughts when a man feels, and that's why, like she said, it's very important you talk about some of these things before marriage,
Yeah.
because like someone would say, these are some of the things that, sorry, they bring divorce in marriage,
Of course.
because a woman is very ambitious. Like an example, like a woman wants to, maybe she wants to be a CEO of companies, she wants to do all of these exploits, and she tells her man, and maybe he just discovered it in marriage and he said no, you must be in the house, you must be a full-time housewife. We understand there are moments of sacrifice, maybe because of children upbringing and all,
Yeah.
but not to say that for her entire life she will be a full-time housewife. Gone are those days. And that's why we see the whole, I think some of the reasons why the feminist movement has been wrongly escalating is because of things like this. And that's why we're hearing about equity for women and the like. So men, please, if you know you're gonna Go for the woman that suits your mindset, that suits. Don't go for a career driven woman, a woman who is very ambitious, wants to impact her world out there, not just restricted by the home front, and you are trying to tell her that she must be at your terms. And that's why it's important to discuss some of these things before marriage. I'm this kind of man, and I feel it's a better way of, I mean, it's to the benefit of the world and even you as the man. Um, in fact, there are women right now that are more known than their husbands because their husbands give them wings to fly.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about the likes of Joyce Meyer. Talk about the likes of Folorunsho Alakija. Some of these women I knew them before I got to know their husbands.
Ngozi,
Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Talk about the likes of Ibokuna Woshika of First Bank. Some of these women. So men in this life, one thing I want you men especially to know is there are inferior and superior levels of thinking, of mindset. It's just the truth. The world has moved. Don't be the one left behind. Okay. Um, and if you choose to have that mediocre mindset that a woman must be all, she must be all infused in a box. It is what I say that is final. She cannot have her ambition, then go for that kind of woman. There are women that would want your kind of mindset. But the error we're trying to correct here is do not, she spoke about having a supportive husband as a way of having a work life balance. Ensure, um, as a woman, go for a man, and men, I'm advising you, be that kind of man that is not intimidated by a woman's progress and success. If you are a wise man, you would know that it is even to the benefit of you and the world at large. Okay, you shouldn't be a man that's even small thinking that would want to be. You should be large enough, um, with a global view that whatever your woman tells you, you would even be the one to want to expand her vision. Maybe she's telling you she's looking at a business that will cover the whole of Africa. You start telling her that, have you considered Asia? I've done some research. I've seen this possible in Asia. Have you considered the US? Have you considered Europe? You are the one expanding her mindset. So men, be supportive to your women. Grow your mindset to check out what's obtainable all over the world. Like, why are some women have doing more exploit than other women? What do their husbands know that have made them allow their women to thrive? And funny enough, the likes of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, she has how many children? She has, I think, about 5 or 4 children. 4 children, and she's a wonderful mother, a wonderful wife, and an excellent career woman. So it's possible, okay? And it's because she has a supportive. We read one of her books recently together with my wife. We saw how that her husband was very supportive. But when she wanted to drop this offer she got in the government that year, her husband was one of the ones that encouraged her to still go because she saw that there was a lot of threat in her life, but he pushed her. That's what we're talking about, okay? I'm this kind of man that there is nothing my wife right now wants to achieve that I know is not um is not harmful to her, is of positive impact to the world that I wouldn't want to support her. Nothing, absolutely nothing. She tells me today that she wants to be the next person that will bring the the plane that will start taking us to, Elon Musk is working on making us go to Mars and all. If she says she wants to venture into a business that makes plane that will go to all the planets and not be affected by their atmosphere or whatever condition, I'll tell her yes, it's achievable. Let's do that.
let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, so our next point is planning and time management. That is very crucial. Yeah, you need to plan, you need to have goals, set goals. Say that in your goals, let your goals be specific. Ensure that in this year I can do this, in this year I will do this, in this year I will do this, I will achieve this, so that you'll be able to do it at that time. When you're able to plan that, for example, now you're at work, you should ensure that you're doing work based stuffs, so that when you get back home you don't carry your office work to the house and you start doing office work. You don't have time for your children, you don't have time for your husband, everybody's calling you, you're like, I need to meet up this deadline. No, try as much as possible to plan well and ensure you achieve your plan. For example, I heard Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was saying that she was going for a course abroad and she had to go with her baby. That was when she just put to bed, and she had to go with her baby. She went with her baby and nanny. She was breastfeeding, and she had to go for that course because she had time. Like she planned that by this time I'm going to achieve this. She did not allow family to hinder that from coming to pass. Yes, she ensured that she did the both so that it will have balance. Imagine she will leave that child at home and say, I'm not going to breastfeed the child will just take milk and I'll go for my course. Do you get? But at least she ensured that there was a balance. At least the baby will have her time and her course too will not suffer and all of that. So try as much as possible to plan well. Set goals that are achievable. By this year, you'll be able to do this. By this year, you'll be able to do this. And try as much as possible to have time for your family too. Because the career remains tough when it gets into people's head. Everybody wants to just be the leader out there and forget about the family and think, okay, the house help, the people in the house can do it. My husband can handle it, even though he's not complaining, so I can just leave it to him. No, don't do that. Ensure there is balance.
Very important. You see the balance in the second point on how to have a family work-life balance is time management. There's an acronym, a popular acronym. I'm sure you must have known. I think Brian Tracy should be the author of that. There's an acronym SMART for planning and time management. SMART simply means setting goals that are S stands for specific, M stands for measurable,
Achievable.
A stands for achievable, R stands for realistic, and then T stands for time
Time
bound.
bound.
Okay, so have goals that are specific. It's something that if they ask you, you know exactly what you want to do. That are measurable. Don't be saying you are earning 100,000 naira now. Let me talk in Nigeria. Or let's say you're earning $100 in a month, and then monthly for the past 3 years, and suddenly you're telling us that you want to start earning 100 million naira every month. That's not measurable. I mean, is um no, rather that's measurable goal simply means um let it be something that we can relate with. Okay, let your goals be things that we can relate with. Let it not be vague. Then achievable is that example I was giving, that you're earning $100 and suddenly you're telling us you want to achieve 100 million in a month. It doesn't make sense. Okay, um you are going beyond your capacity. It doesn't look achievable. Like, what parameters would somebody that was only having the capacity of earning $100 a month suddenly move to 100 million? Okay, it's not rational. So let it be achieved. Let it be realistic. Okay, you know what realistic is. Let it be something that you don't say it and people see it as a stupid somebody. Okay, and then it should be time bound. The time bound could be in days, could be in weeks, could be in months. Okay,
Again, yes.
could be in years, depending on the momentum of your goals. So time management in the home front, um, ensure, there's something we usually say with my wife, that with the way we have so many things we are involved with. Of course, if you're a married person, you know how it takes time to do anything meaningful and anything worthwhile. Your family needs your time, your job, your career needs your time, and so many other things need your time. So ability to set priorities. There are things that you can cut down and delegate. Okay, you can cut down social media time. Okay, don't be with your family and you're with your phone. If you're with your wife, your family, let them know that you are with them, you are present in the moment. If you're at work, be at work, and then ensure you productively use that time to achieve what you want to achieve at that moment. Okay, so um, those are some of the skills that would help you. Just learn those management, know things that are important and urgent, things that are unimportant and urgent. You will know how best to apportion time to them. We usually say something with my wife that quality time is superior to quantity time. You can be with your wife for an hour, I can be with her for an hour. We might not have seen for the whole day, but that 1 hour that will be with her, she will appreciate it more than 24 hours of being with her but not present.
1 hour without phone.
I'm sure she's speaking for the women. Okay, and then another important thing that will help you is know what gives the utmost impact in the life of your spouse. Okay, this in the context of family now, so that if you know the five love languages, if your wife is an attention seeking type, or whatever is her primary love language, ensure to feed it. Every day there should be a commitment that fits that love language. Don't go a whole day, your wife needs your attention, just be present and give her listening ears and you're not there. Or gift, you don't give some form of gift throughout the month or the year. I mean, those are some of the things that will help you maximize time. When she sees that this guy is committed, when you're trying to do anything out there, she will be your greatest supporter and your support system.
Okay, so our next point is be focused and smart. You know, smart work and hard work are two different things, right? So you be focused. When you have a goal, be focused to achieve that goal. When you want to spend time with your family, don't say, okay, on Saturday is going to be a day, I'm going to spend the whole day with my family. And you're spending the whole day working, doing house chores, cleaning the house, doing the laundries. You don't even have time for the family. Like everybody is going about, everybody is being on his own. That's not smart work. So you want to have time for your family, you need to get the balance. You try as much as possible if you can get a house help or someone that can just come clean the house for you that day so that you can have that time for your family. That is smart work. So that you won't be, I need to do this, I need to, you're always on the run. You need to achieve this, you need to achieve this, and all of a sudden you're not even achieving anything. You just break down, like you will give up already. So try and do that work smartly. Even though we are blessed with multitask, doesn't mean that we will have to do everything at the same time. No, you can give it to somebody at least. Try and make somebody do it for you so that you'll be able to do that which you can and do it effectively.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'll be able to have time at least. Get the balance in everything you're doing.
Yeah. We were having a discussion. I was telling my wife that I've seen great people that have gotten it in this area. So it's not something that we young people are not even as busy as people that have gone ahead of us, whether in ministry, in career, or whatever. Okay, for instance, Strive Masiwa is a family man. I mean, and a billionaire in dollars, and an African. Okay, he's an excellent father, an excellent husband, and an excellent career person. In ministry, I just give example the likes of Pastor Paul Enenche. Pastor Paul Enenche at his current level, if you know Pastor Paul Enenche, he has one of the biggest churches in the world, even as a matter of fact. They have a church that is 100,000 seater capacity, so you know what that means. But he still finds time to visit his children in school and the likes. Okay, and he always has quality time with his wife. And one of the things he has done, which is the smart work we're talking about, as a man, learn to involve your wife in your project. Okay, most men are intimidated. There is a way you can involve your wife in your assignment, especially your core assignment on earth. Okay, he does his assignment with his wife. Likewise, check all great leaders. That's what they do. Whether politicians, you see always see politicians with their wife. That's why for every office they usually give a wife an esteemed position as well, because they know she has an active place in her husband's life and career. Okay, so learn to give your partner or your spouse, especially as the man, a participatory role for that thing you're doing. Okay, that's smartness. And then learn to delegate. Not everything has to be by you. If not, you break down like my wife said. Okay.
Okay, so the next point is hire a good nanny, a house help, or you register your child in a crèche. When I say hire a good house help, I didn't say you should go for an expensive one. I didn't say you should go to an expensive school to register your child. No. So just check what works for you. Do you want a nanny? Do you want a house help? Do you want someone that will just come, let's say, only on Saturdays to do the work and go? Or you want someone that will come every day and do the work and leave your house? Let the person not be sleeping over. Or you want someone that will come and stay in your house. It could even be a family member. Yes, a family member can come and stay in your house. But when you want to make that decision, you need to be wise. You need to sit down and check, what do I want? What are my core values? What would this person come and inculcate in my children's life? Because you cannot, the person will not be saying this and you want this, and you employ someone that is having a different value with you. How do you want the person to start teaching your child what you want, why the person doesn't even know what you want? So first of all, you need to know your values. You need to know, this is what I want, this is what I want my child to learn, so that when you're employing somebody, you ask the person, yes, can you do this, can you do this? Let it not be that you're employing somebody that cannot even speak English, and you want your child to speak English. So how would the person start from? Would the person go to school first and come back and teach your child, or what? So you need to consider some of these things. And also, as a career woman, maybe sometimes your husband will be at home, not all the time though, but you might not be at home as often as your husband is. So you should, when considering the nanny too, you should also think of, okay, will this person seduce my husband? Will my husband try to fall with this kind of person and all of that? So you're very smart when considering the kind of person you bring to your house, and that will also determine if you want somebody to come and stay in the house, or the person will just come and work and go back home. And it will also determine if the person will be only one, it will only be one person that you're bringing to your house, or you're bringing more than two people, and are you financially buoyant to keep the two or three of them, or more. So when you're trying to consider all of this, you need to talk with your husband too, so that you guys will have an agreement. Yeah, this is what we want, this is what we want. If you think you don't want anybody in your house, you can register your child in a crèche. I know of a crèche that stays till 3 p.m., some till 6 p.m., so you pay more, so that maybe you are not at home, you're at work, so that when you close from work, you go pick your child, you ensure that those people there are actually good people. They're inculcating good values to your child, not that your child will be staying with people that all they do is just to play cartoons for him. And mind you, it's not all cartoons that are good for children. So just try as much as possible, weigh the balance, check what is the what is the advantage and the disadvantage of this and this, so that you'll be able to know what works for you, and you will choose it with your husband, mind you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining our channel today. We're sure you found valuable tips. Kindly subscribe, like, and share, and then
And comment.
see you in the next episode.